Welcome, gun runner.
Hey everybody, Q&A here, the Retro Lad here, and for my midweek video this week I've got something a little bit different to what I usually do, and this is something I actually thought about doing before and then kind of forgot about, and it was doing the Sega Saturn memorabilia video recently that reminded me of it. Apologies for any noise there. I have cats everywhere as usual, and they're knocking stuff off in the background like they love doing as soon as I start filming. You may see one in the video in a moment. Pre-warn, cat alert. So so this is obviously Pac-Man memorabilia, and I'm going to start by mentioning the throw in the background here because I've been asked about it before. And I have used it in previous few videos actually, I think. Yeah, I might as well address that first. It came from Primark. Those of you in the UK will be very, very, very familiar with Primark. I've had this throw for ages. My son loves it. It's actually his. I kind of nicked it out of his room while he was at school to do filming, which is why it looks a little bit worn. He loves it, and one of our cats, black and white cat we have called Bertie, absolutely adores it, and I actually had to force him off it to be able to do it, to use it to make this video. He's now sitting at the side glaring at me, probably because he wants to sit on it again. It's like almost like his bed. There we go, what a meanie I am. But yes, and the other thing I actually want to mention before I look at the other things is that there's loads of things I could have included in this video actually, because I have absolutely tons of Pac-Man stuff, because I love Pac-Man generally, including, you know, I've got like loads of Pac-Man t-shirts. I've got Pac-Man, I think they're called lounge pants, but I wear them like pajamas. I've got Pac-Man shorts that are similar as well. So I've got tons of Pac-Man clothing. My son's got a Pac-Man ghost light in his room. You've probably seen those. There's quite a lot of those about, and a Pac-Man alarm clock. So yeah, we've got absolutely tons of Pac-Man stuff all over the place, to be honest. But the reason why I'm including these specific things in this video is that all of these things were basically free. Kind of not free, but I'll go into that. Because all of these items that are in this video were basically won in arcades. So they weren't free because you had to pay to win them, basically, 2p's or whatever. So yes, they were all won in various ways, whether they were actually got, you know, by putting 2p's in a machine and them falling out, or bought with prize tickets. But either or, they were bought in arcades. And actually, I'm going to flash up a picture right now on the screen, because the cards that you can see in the background, which I'll go into in a little while, I won all of those, and the keyring actually, which I'm going to show. I won all of those in an arcade in Hastings-on-Sea. I love Hastings, such a lovely seaside town, probably one of my favourites in the UK without doubt. And they actually had a Pac-Man 2p coin pusher, as you can see on the screen right now, which I had just never seen before anywhere. Hastings is the only place I've ever seen it. And actually inside the machine as prizes, they had literally all just like retro gaming themed gifts. It wasn't all Pac-Man stuff. They had Pac-Man stuff, they had some Space Invaders stuff, and they also had like Pokemon cards and stuff like that, Pokemon related things in it as well. But I was mainly interested in trying to win the Pac-Man stuff that you can see here. So so let's have a look at those things that I won out of that machine I just talked about then. So first of all, we'll get the key rings that's at the back here. Oh no, Pac-Man's rolled off now, so I have to put him back. There we go, we'll put him there for the minute. So yeah, this was the key ring. It was the only one in there, this Pac-Man Ghost key ring. I was talking to the attendant, so everything kept getting stuck, and we kept talking to this young attendant who was working there at the arcade in Hastings. He was really helpful actually, and he was telling me that they definitely had a Pac-Man one that was like this as well, but they had none left. So that was a shame. That would have been quite cool. But yeah, cool little ghost keyring anyway. There we go. So that's not massively exciting, but there we go. So we'll have a look at the cards. Apologies for the bright light there, but for some reason it's been really dull today, and now the sun has literally just come out. So I'm just going to try and sort that out. It was getting in my eyes too, so I had to fix that. It's typical that I open all the blinds up because it's really dull, and then as soon as I do, the sun decides that it's going to come out. So here's the cards, as you can see. So we'll go through them all. Apparently, I'm missing one of them. Again, the attendant told me that I'm missing one, but he didn't have any more of that card. He even went in the back and had a look for me and everything, bless him. He was a really cool guy. But we'll have a look at what we've got here anyway. Oh, no, it's gone really bright again, so the camera's not picking it up. So here's our first card. Pac-Man, not Pac-Man, Ghost turned to white even. So obviously self-explanatory. It says about how that happens at the bottom of the card, about how they turn to white, and it just has a kind of Pac-Man and the holographic stuff on the back. To go with the white one, obviously, is blue. Actually, you can see some holographicness on the actual ghost there, which is pretty cool. So that turns to blue. Then we have the ghosts themselves. There's Clyde, my personal favourite. Clyde, aka Pokey. George love as well because obviously Pokey is the name of the sound chip in the Atari 8-bit computers. Has a description of them at the bottom as well, as you can see. It says Pinky, aka Speedy. Inky, aka Bashful, second in command apparently. Blinky, the leader of the ghosts, aka Shadow. See, it's only they have the AKA names because I believe on the original arcade game, wasn't it Shadow aka Blinky? I think it was the other way around. But everyone's always called them as Inky, Blinky, Clyde, you know. And then obviously they added Sue later on as well from Ms. Pac-Man. And then Pac-Man himself. I did wonder if there was a Ms. Pac-Man card actually, because it seemed weird that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cards. I remember thinking that was weird, that it was an odd amount. So I did wonder if there was meant to be more. And apparently there is a Pac-Man that's he said it was gold. It was a gold Pac-Man card. Which is meant to be Pac-Man when he's eating ghosts, I believe. But he said it was a gold card. It was like the ultimate card, I guess. But yeah, I don't have that one, and he didn't have any anywhere. He literally looked through all his stock, as I say, which was really cool of him to do so. But there was no gold card, which is a great shame. So it's annoying to have one card missing, and. When we were trying to win these, actually, which was with 2Ps, we didn't have to put that many in because we're clever and we worked at tactics of how to get them quickly. But yeah, they were mostly on the edge as well. But what we did was we actually had about 4 of these blinky ones, about 4 or 5 of them. It seemed to be the most common card. And when we had a load, we actually asked him if he could swap them. And the guy let us do that, so that was pretty cool. So that's our Pac-Man cards. Let's have a look at the mug at the back there. So the mug that's here, this quite neat Pac-Man mug, this was actually a prize actually in Southend-on-Sea, in the Adventure Island arcades there. It was one of the prizes they were giving away. We got quite a few Pac-Man things in there actually. I can't remember what else. There was another mug which was like a big Pac-Man on it, a much bigger one, with the maze in the background, which I really liked, but it got smashed. I was going to put it in the video, and then I went to look in the cupboard, and it wasn't there, to which point my wife told me that apparently my son smashed it a while ago, so I didn't notice. That was annoying, because I actually liked the other one more. It was good. I mean, look at that, it's got Pac-Man logo inside and everything. I've got 2 of these, and I had one of the other one, which got smashed, which is a shame. I think I'm trying to remember what other prizes we might have got with the. I can't remember if we bought the alarm clock or whether we went without tickets. I don't know. There's quite a lot of stuff we ended up we've got from that South End arcades over the years, because we go to South End quite a lot because it's the nearest seaside for us to get to. On a good day, we can get there in an hour really from where I am. which is great. So we'll have a look at these things. Now these things are great. Again, these are from Southend, and I think, if I remember rightly, specifically, there's an arcade called Electric Avenue, which is quite famous. There's another one next door, I think it's owned by the same people. I can't remember the name of that one now. But I'm pretty sure these came from there. And we basically kept going back and got one at a time until we won every single one. But they're foam, as you can see, so you can press them in like stress balls or something. There's Pac himself, who obviously munches. I think these are really cool. My son has these along his windowsill in his bedroom. There's Clyde. Obviously, you see the Namco logos on them and everything. They are official. There's Inky. It's Pinky. And, of course, Blinky. And Pac-Man's fallen over again. So those are pretty cool. I really like those. And they look really cool on display, because he's got them next to his Pac-Man light and Pac-Man alarm clock as well. They're at either end with Diesel in the middle, which is really, really neat. But that's it, really. It's just some cool little bits of Pac-Man memorabilia. Be interested to know in the comments what cool things you might have had, or if you've got any of these as well and where you got them. And I hope you enjoyed watching. And I'll see you all again for another video very soon. Bye bye.